Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. Today what we are going to do is we're going to pitch this 911. This is a 992 Carrera 4. It's just a regular version, it's not a 4S. It's got 385 horsepower and 450 Newton meters, and we're going to pitch it against an M4. The M4 is also stock. It's the 430 horsepower version, it's the first version. It's got carbon ceramics, it's got much more power than this car. It weighs less, but it's only rear wheel drive, and I have a feeling of what's going to happen, but there's no better way to find out than to record it for YouTube, right? So I'll catch you when we get there. So everyone, now we're going to do a 0 to 60 or 0 to 100 depending on where you're watching this. We're probably going to go a little bit over 60, but always keeping within limits, because you know this is in Germany in an autobahn, and in Mexico at the same time. And now, only at 160 does he win. Before that, he doesn't have a chance. It was quite neck and neck, actually. Exactly what I thought. So what I ended up doing is I did not use launch control, because deactivating launch control on the M4, that means you don't have any traction control, and you're on your own. It's usually a car that does more of a burnout than an actual launch. And it wouldn't be as safe to do it with launch control. This car, I didn't use launch control because the M4 wasn't using launch control. It was quite neck and neck, actually. This time around, what we are going to do is I'm going to use launch control, and he's not going to use launch control, just as before, to figure out what's different. So before you saw this car launching without launch control, just me pressing the throttle. Now you're going to see me with launch control and him without any launch control. You have to do with this the old way. No chance whatsoever. With launch control, goodbye. Goodbye, M4. With launch control, no chance whatsoever for that car. That's what you get with a four-wheel drive car. This car's got less power, it's got more weight, but launch control and four-wheel drive, it completely annihilates the M4. We're going to have to see now what it will do from around 50 to 150 kilometers per hour. So let's crack on. We are side by side doing around 50. And the Carrera 4 jumps ahead. And now the M4 is coming past. Only at 200. Only at 200 did the M4 come past. This gearbox has got quite the pickup, actually. We're gonna do it again, just to see if there is any difference, just to rule out if he wasn't in the right gear. He got the legs on me, but I'm almost catching him. Now he's just pulling away, Yeah, it's really a matter of when you press the throttle. Very little differences in when you press the throttle will dictate who wins this race. This car, for its power, its weight, it puts on quite a nice show, actually. So, and once again, from 50 to 100 and 100 something potatoes, this car put on quite a show. It's punching really above its weight. And that's it, guys. So unlike what I was expecting earlier, this car, I mean, exactly like I was expecting earlier, this car, it took the victory from 0 to 100, 150 more or less. I did 2 poles, one with launch control, the other one without launch control. The M4 never used its launch control because first, it's very tricky to get into, and second, it requires the traction control to be completely off, and the road was a little bit damp and was already getting drier. But the road in Mexico that we were able to source for this test, it wasn't the best of roads. It didn't have it wasn't very large. So if something did happen, there would be no escape route. First pole, no launch control on this car, no launch control on that car. We were basically neck and neck until 120 more or less, 130, I can't really remember, but we were neck and neck, and then the M4 started pulling away. Second pole, what happened was I went with launch control. This car completely demolished the M4. Remember, less power and more weight than the M4, and it just took the victory. But of course, 4-wheel drive, a wonderful traction, a wonderful launch control system, and Porsche traction. And this car had a lot in its favor. From 50, 60 to around 200, more or less. The outcome was very surprising. When I was first driving this car, I had in my mind that it wouldn't be nearly as fast as the M4. And while yes, it's not as fast as the M4, we have to remember that there is a 40 horsepower difference, give or take, and around 70 kilos weight difference as well. So it doesn't have a lot of things in its favor. Despite that, the first pull, what happened is they were basically neck and neck. I pulled away, but what happened was the M4, he was in third gear. He should have been in second, because in third gear the car wasn't really moving that quickly. The second pull, what happened was he was already in the right gear, but they were somewhat neck and neck. The M4 started walking away from this car. Yes, that's true, but this car held very, very well, much better than I initially thought. So that just goes to show you what 4-wheel drive can do for you. Yes, it's not as fun. Yes, it's heavier. It uses more fuel. It's got a lot of drawbacks. True, 100% true. But in terms of traction, it's wonderful. And then you've got Porsche engineering, which can take a 385 horsepower engine and make it go really, really fast. I hope you enjoyed, guys. If you did, remember to share this video, like it, comment down below, ask as many questions as you like, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel because it helps me a lot. Also, I want to give a special thank you to Porsche Center Estoril for lending me this car for the whole day and allowing me to do these tests for the benefit of science. That's it, guys, and new videos coming along very soon. Bye!